Or guys, I'm making this to honestly just break down pretty much everything you need to know, whether you want to get started today or you're trying to figure it out in 2026. Because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I compare, especially this time of the year, Q2, I would say this was the driest time of the year last year because like everyone was doing the very same formats, which is backshipping. Back then, it was primarily done through stitching. So there was a big range of different levels of stitching, even literally just taking other people's content, taking it to a new platform and calling it a new method. A lot of your favorite gurus would say that, but yeah, that was luckily we didn't have to do that with the product I was running back then, which is a branded product. But yeah, whenever I compare it to now, 2026, especially in Q2, I think there's way more opportunities today than last year because of how good AI is. I guess I didn't mention that. The biggest factor to why 2026 is different is primarily because of how good AI is today to create the marketing, for you. For that reason, there's a big influx of different methods or different formats that you could pick from. But at that point, it's like, what product do you want to go for? Do you want to go for low value products and just sell them using the AI backshipping, which is a big X for me? I never do that, never recommend. But I'm just showing you that there's literally the possibility of selling low value products purely because of how good the marketing has become with AI. So, product selection, in short, is not as big of a deal today because of how good AI is lifting the product. So, obviously, if your goal is to create a brand and that's the end goal, obviously, then it's going to be completely different criteria. I'm going to try to give you bits of it because it's quite different today from my usual. Number one, you need to find something that's currently on demand. So obviously that has some sort of value, and value is a generic word. So I'm going to break it down for you. It could be emotion. So it's for a passionate niche, for a certain group that would really want this, or it could be a problem-solving product, and this is actually a huge one today. Back in the days, if you were to find a problem-solving product in dropshipping, then you better bet it was in the paid ad space. So right now, I think it's probably one of the, like, it's up there, it's making a big portion of it, of the space, and I think that's very good because it's making it very close between organic and paid ads. Like right now, there's pretty much no difference. There's certain products where you actually need to put in a lot of work on your website, like do cloud copywriting, which nobody used to do for organic, branded images, funnels, maybe an editorial. I've actually seen people do that in the organic space. It's more of the advanced products and methods, but it's good to know that it's being introduced or like is becoming more niche. Third one would be just purely high perceived value. So something that has some sort of demand or would make a change in the customer's life. So there's a lot of trends. Maybe I can come up with an idea here or an example. So for example, the mini phones, this was like a trend and there wasn't really many reasons to why you should buy these, but people actually made it become like a trendy product or like a fashionable product to have. Therefore, people bought it. Now, the beauty of this is that you could actually use different ways of marketing. So, in my opinion, the best way to market such product is to sell it for people who want to stay away from social media. Therefore, they would buy these dumb phones. So, literally just on top of my head, and I think that's pretty like untapped angle. So I guess the third one, which I'm trying to say, is something with value, but at the same time has flexibility, which I should actually put down here. It deserves its own spot. Flexibility is very important when it comes to product selection. What do I mean by this? a product which can be marketed in different angles. So I can introduce you to the red ocean, blue ocean metaphor. What it means is red ocean is very saturated, blue ocean is very untapped. So right now, one of the best ways to run a product is to go for saturated products because they are considered as a red ocean product. So why is it really viable? Why is it viable to run a saturated product? Because these products are usually validated. Otherwise, why would everyone be running them? So although it's like following the herd because everyone running this current trend, this current product, there's a way to actually stand out, and that is to carve out a small portion of this market and market it differently. Just like I gave you this example here. So you're running the same product, but marketing it differently. And that's what puts you on a whole different market. And this is what we call the purple ocean. So this is very important to understand. I'm linking 3 points together here, okay? Or 2 points together, flexibility and saturation. Because saturation is validation, and then flexibility is what allows you to take these saturated products to a different market. So this is really important to understand. Next point is going to be, let's see, I mean, these are the most important, but I guess the wow factor, I'm going to keep it to the end because like it's nothing new. One thing which is really important is the formats. This is something which not many people highlight, but once again, in 2025, it was a big problem. Nowadays, there's so many formats, and trust me when I say this, it's very untapped. I think everyone is just stuck with the pump and dump mentality. They're just waiting for someone else to do something before them until they, like someone else does something first, goes viral with it, only then will they be convinced that, oh, I should follow. But if you're actually, you have the data to back up your decision, then you could actually do it first. I'll give you an example. So right now with AI, the most prevalent ways of marketing with AI in terms of the organic space is either through UGC, so AI UGC, or AI backshipping. So the third one I would say would be more like a hybrid approach. For example, a few clips like the hook with AI just to grab attention, and then you couple it with your filming. So these are like the most common ways of using AI. But what if I told you could search all of the old formats? So literally browse, for example, let's say you have a product, search up that niche, look up a few formats for this product. Okay, let's say you find 5 formats from last year and nobody has done them with AI yet. So you could actually pull these and plug them into AI, recreate them but better. So this is very powerful and it's still low key. Okay, not many people do this because they're waiting someone to do it. And this is another point I want to make very clear. If you're actually obsessed with what you want, I think it's very easy to win. If you can be obsessed with AI and obsessed with the mission of creating the best quality possible, then you're gonna probably just dominate the market, because the competition is usually just doing one prompt and then whatever they get, they use that as their marketing. But we actually spend like an hour per video if needed. Obviously, the better you get, the less time you spend. So it depends. But yeah, I do take my time with AI marketing, like with creating and, getting ideas. This is another point of the game. Like back in the days, you had to spend an hour just fixing your environment, the lighting, for the filming session. Nowadays, you spend these hours brainstorming, researching new trends, ideas, and taking action from there. So I kind of like it this way because it's more creative. But I think we're gonna hit a point where it's gonna have to be hybrid, where we still implement filming plus AI, because we have to be honest. At one point, AI is gonna be infamous. So it's gonna break trust, and that's when you will need to film again. but I would say right now it's good to go all in. But yeah, the final note I would like to give about the criteria is that if you can find a way to do storytelling ethically, then you're gonna win. Because the AI backshipping, the whole reason why this works is because it's very emotional and it's done through storytelling. And it's one of the best ways to, convert. But you kind of need to find a way to do it ethically. And that's a big problem, I would say, for the past like year and a half. I think it's been a thing which crosses your mind on pretty much every single decision you have to make whenever it comes to marketing. So yeah, try to keep it ethical. There's a lot of ways to, do the unethical route, but we never do that. So the good news is there's ways. You gotta be creative, okay? So apart from this is the most important, to be fair. Yeah, I can give you some thoughts about posting. So I have a full video about that. You can check my channel, but in terms of posting, you honestly just want to look for aged accounts. If you don't have, it's fine. I would say post 7 to 10 days, considering you have good content, okay? If you don't get past 100 views on Instagram, you can dump it, create a new one. It's kind of ironic I say this because it's crazy. Facebook, it could take you a month before hitting 100 views. So that's why I say try to find an age account. Otherwise, you can expect a while before you see some numbers. If you do get numbers quick, be humble about it. Keep on posting consistently and don't just like pop the champagne yet, because like it's actually not that easy. For Facebook, it does take you some time. But yeah, I can tell you confidently, like within a month, if you have a good account, you could actually start averaging 10K plus. So honestly, the main reason I wanted to bring this up is because this is a big topic. A lot of guys, they would quit because they're stuck at like 0 to 100 views or 150 to 100. And I'm here to tell you, it's not you being shadowbanned. It's normal. It's part of the game. It may take you a month, but you know what? If you have multiple phones, one of them is going to pick up faster than the others. So I think that's the best advice I can give, is to be patient, always strive for better content, and that's probably your best bet to get, faster views. But there's some luck to it, I have to be honest, and that's why you need multiple phones, multiple accounts. So if you can do that, post on every platform, 5 platforms, YT, Snap, TikTok, Facebook, and IG, then you're going to go viral at one point, as long as you have good content. So yeah, the best advice is don't blame other things, other factors. Always take accountability for the views. And in a matter of a few weeks to a month, you're going to honestly have a real conclusion of whether the problem is the algorithm or you. So I know it's a bit harsh, but it's the reality. Next point I want to talk about, probably the last one for this video, you need speed with everything. Right now, although this is very opportunistic, there's a lot of, winning products. It's way easier, but also it's way more competitive. So you need to keep this in mind. It's like a PvP game. You're competing with pretty much like thousands, if not tens of thousands of dropshippers for the next viral video for this certain product. So keep that in mind and be competitive, meaning be the best at what you pick. Even if you dump a few products, these skills that you rack up of knowing how to use AI will end up making you the best with your next product. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, boys. Hopefully this was helpful. Join my Discord. We have Sunday calls every week. We do them on Sunday. You can ask me anything for free. And we also have an affiliate program. It's more like one-to-one. It's again for free, but I'm not really accepting everyone. So if you're actually serious, DM me on Discord, and you're going to be working on a real brand. And yeah, it's very exciting. I'm actually going to be documenting it very soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you boys for watching.